Good evening, everybody, and welcome to week three rolling training, which is talking about recruiting this evening. First of all, I just want to kick off by saying we're really low on numbers this evening, which is really disappointing to see. As this weekly rolling training is put on for your benefit, okay? So everybody should be logging into this weekly. I understand a few of you, due to work commitments, will be listening to the recording, but ideally everybody needs to be logging into this every week. A lot of effort goes to put in to these rolling trainings, and it's for the benefit to grow and help your business. So hopefully we'll see some more numbers next week, especially this one, which is such a important one. Recruiting, it's the basis of your business. So why recruiting? Like I just said, it's a vital part of your business, and if you're looking to structure your business to the higher end income, so if you're looking to get to manager and beyond, you're needing to recruit. Okay, you're not going to be able to do this on your own. It needs to be done as part of the team. It multiplies your time, and in turn your income opportunities. So if you're looking after 20 to 30 customers and you've got two or three team members, then you're doubling it to 60, tripling it to 90 customers that your business is turning over. But you're only looking after those 30. So it's multiplying your time and in turn your income, and it's to build stability into your business. Okay, so first of all, where do you need to start? This is with your who do you know list, and this is the database of your business. Would you go and set up a shop without knowing your market, your contacts, your suppliers? No, you wouldn't. And it's exactly the same with this business. Okay, when I set up my shop, I wasn't about to rely on family and friends to be my only customers. You have to start a database, and with this business it's absolutely no different. So it's really important to make a big list of everybody you know, and also people you don't know. um, for example, there's going to be loads of people that you meet on a daily basis, whether it's checkout girls, shop assistants, mums in the park. You might not know them, but you're going to start building relationships with these people. So these people are going to be on your who do you know list. Don't cherry pick, okay? Not everyone that you think will be interested in the business, literally everybody you know. This was a big mistake that I made at the beginning. I made a list of people that I thought would be interested and didn't start speaking to everybody on my list. And people that are in this team now and who are doing amazing are people that I thought would never in a million years join, okay? So people that you're least expected are probably going to be the ones that do the best. And do not rule anyone out, okay? You never know what goes on behind closed doors. You don't know that person's personal situation. They may be unhappy at work, they may have family issues, and this could be the answer for them. So you need to think that you're depriving that person of this opportunity if you don't speak to them about it. You'll constantly be building and expanding this list, okay? So daily, as I said, everybody that you come into contact with needs to be added to this list. Now you can download and print your Facebook and friends list, but this is not your who do you know list. This is just a mere added on extra. Have your who do you know list written down in your notepad or typed up and saved in a solid document form. Use the memory jogger that's on pages 22 and 23 of your First Steps to Manager book. Go back over that, even if you started last week or 3 months ago. You may have some new contacts with different people that you've been working with, or different people on that memory jogger. So go back over that and add to people of your list, okay? If you've only got a list of 100 names or less, it's not big enough, and you've been cherry picking there. That's not every single person you know. Another great way to expand your who do you know list is the audiobook Go Pro. You can also get it in paper form, but for me, I think it's really good to have it playing in the car when you're out and about. Get yourself a copy of this. It's going to change your mindset on recruiting completely, and also give you some great tips on expanding your who do you know list and giving you really good things to say to people as well. So that's a really good one and a must. You can download that. You can buy that on Amazon. Sorry. So contact marketing. You need to now expand outside of people you know. As I said before, if he was going to open up a shop just like Mr. Sainsbury's, he wasn't really going to rely on his mum, dad, and friends, was he? And you can't do the same. It is a business, so you have to treat it that way. So you should be sharing this opportunity with absolutely everyone you meet. So this can be from people that, like we said, people that are going to be working in restaurants, supermarkets, people that you'll meet in social gatherings, maybe friends of friends, people that you're going to meet at your local softball park, other mums and dads, play groups, other parents of children. So here's some examples of how to contact market people. If you're in a restaurant and the waiter or waitress gives you great customer service, all you need to say is, I just wanted to thank you for your fantastic customer service today. I'm a business owner and I would love someone just like you to be a part of it. Would you be interested in finding out more? Another option is being in a shop and be a little bit of an awkward customer. Make somebody work a little, okay? So if you're in a shoe shop, ask to try on several models, several sizes, in the clothes the same. If you're looking for something in a supermarket, ask for, for somebody to direct you in a certain area, and then compliment them if they've been helpful. Everybody loves a compliment. So thank you so much for your patience today. I run my own business and I would love to work with someone just like you. Can I give you some more details? One of my old time favourites, and one for myself that I think is easy to use and stick to, is I'll get chatting to someone at a cashier desk and I'll just chit chat about whether it may be about the weather, about how many people might be in the shop that day, or you've been busy, you've been quiet, beautiful day out there today. And as I'm leaving, I'll simply say, thank you so much. You're just the type of person that I'm looking for. I've got something that may be of interest to you. I've got a dash, I'm in a rush, but jot down your telephone number or pass over your phone with your Facebook app open and say, add yourself on Facebook. Even better, because they will see your story grow on Facebook, and say, I'll drop you a message later. Okay, you're just grabbing that person's interest. This gives you one, all you're doing is getting their interest. Two is you're not flooding them with information, okay? Because if you do that, guaranteed you're going to, one, say the same thing, two, they're going to make up their mind there and then, and that's not what you want to be doing. And you want to be getting in a habit of doing this every single day as part of life. How many new people do you come into contact with every day and you didn't know the day before? This is how you're going to be expanding that who do you know list. You should never ever turn around and say to me, I've run out of people. Because if you're adding to it daily, then you never will. Do not expect to move forward solidly in this business without a strong who do you know list, okay? Now you're going to begin to work through this list. As we said, do not cherry pick. Okay, so you're working your way from A to Z. If you're cherry picking, you're editing your own income by doing this. And the worst thing that would happen is if you don't speak to somebody about this business and somebody else that they know is doing it, or somebody, their friend has a friend that's doing it and introduces that person, and you see them get added onto the A team page, you're going to be gutted because you decided for them it wasn't for them, but that person wants to do it, and you see them be added onto the team page. You've lost a recruit. Furthermore, 6 months time they've made manager, you've lost yourself a manager. You are losing hundreds and thousands of pounds, okay? So when you're speaking to these people, you should be drip feeding prospects information. Whether you're contact marketing, sending a message out on Facebook, you want to be drip feeding this information. Never give them enough information for them to make a decision against the business this early in the process. And you don't want to swamp people. It can be a little bit overwhelming if you go in with 1,001 details. So your initial contact, whether it's face to face or over Facebook, should be short, sharp, catchy and intriguing. For example, there's a few here. Hi Joe, I have a business opportunity you might be interested in. Would you like some more information? Or would you be open to a side project that doesn't interfere with what you're already doing? And another one is, "Hi Joe, how are you and the kids? Looks like you all had a fab Christmas. I was thinking about you recently, so I thought I would get in touch." And you're going to begin to start conversation with that person. Okay, and this is something, this is a way that I wanted to speak to you about this evening as well. This is a way that I've been using this evening, recently, sorry, and it's been really effective. My Facebook is mapped out perfectly, which is what we're going to speak on a little bit later this evening, and my Facebook backs up my business. Okay, and they can see what I'm doing, but it doesn't give too much away. So generally when I'm having a catch up with somebody, they're going to say to me, "Oh, what's this new business you're doing?" Or, "How's the new business going?" And this actually happened with an old friend that was living in Lanzarote, a few years back. I found her on Facebook, added her, and I've then said, added her, profiled her, looked on her Facebook page, seen that she's had a little girl, got in contact, seen how she is, and straight away, instead of me having to ask her about the business, she's seen it on my page and she's asked me about it. Okay, so actually I'm going to post a little copy of that conversation onto the team page, because I think that'd be a really good help for you to see about building that conversation up and people asking you. If your Facebook's laid out properly, this is what's going to happen, and it's a really nice way to go about things because it's then their idea to be speaking to you. And initial contact ideas, I'm going to add another file onto the team page later on, and this is going to give you more initial contact ideas. There's never going to be an initial contact that's going to work for the same person. Some initial message that may work for myself may not work the same for you. Okay, so give the mixture of them a try. Do's and don'ts. Do not message people backwards and forwards on email, Facebook, or Messenger. Okay, again, something that I learned from, and this is going to lose you momentum, and they're going to lose interest quickly. Okay, you're going to lose a prospect. You need to be keeping that people quick, sharp, and excited. Okay, so you want to try and get them on the phone as soon as possible. Keep it simple again, and don't swamp them with information. Build up a personal relationship with this person. Show interest in them. Have they just been on holiday? Do they have a family that you can ask after? Are you asking about their current job? Let that person do the talking and you be a great listener. Okay, you've got a 5-minute link that you can send them, or ideally get them straight on the phone. Okay, always ask for referrals if people say no. Okay, some of the best people in this business have joined through a referral. This business is not for everyone, and that is fine. But when somebody said no, do you know what, it's not for me, my best answer is, that's fine, I appreciate it's not for everyone. However, do you know if there's anybody that's looking to earn an extra £500 a month around what they're currently doing? Now this can do one of two things. This can make a lot of people's ears prick up. Okay, and then they say, "Really, could I be earning £500?" Well, most definitely you could. Or they'll say, "Okay, no problem." And what you want to do is I always offer a goodie bag. Now this hasn't got to be huge. It may be a tooth gel and a lip balm, but I always say, for any successful referrals, I'll give you send you a bag of free products this way. This way as well, you're also going to be adding to your customer base, because they're going to love those products if they do, or they're going to see how well their friend's doing and jump on the team. You should be aiming to contact a minimum of 10 people a day. Now, as you can see from those initial contact messages back on this last screen, they're not lengthy messages. For you to type up and send that message, I can guarantee you it will take you less than a minute, okay? So to get 10 of those out a day, I don't think that's a lot of time required at all. And if you're serious, you're not even going to be counting. Okay, you're going to be on a roll and getting in contact with as many people as you can. Making a phone call and doing a one-to-one. So after you've sent that initial contact message, as you can see on the screen there, Joe might message you back and say, oh, okay, yes, I'd like to hear a bit of info. So then you can say to Joe, are you free right now for a 15-minute chat? Or are you free at 6 p.m. for a 15-minute chat? It'd be great to catch up. We haven't catched up in a while. Won't keep you long, okay? And that's the key to it. You don't want to keep it long. There's a phone script in Team Diamante's files. Stick to that phone script, okay? It's going to tell you exactly what you need to say, and it's going to keep you on target and not get you rambling off. The purpose of this stage is to give people a little more information, fill in those gaps, okay? So make the phone script your own, but stick to the guide of how it is, okay? And a one-to-one is a great way of building and developing a personal relationship with people. So a one-to-one, if after the Joe's messaged you back saying she's interested, you can say to her about meeting and going for a coffee. This is really recommended with people who are local to you, okay? Because when you're speaking to somebody on the phone or you've got them face to face to you, they're going to feel your vibe. They're going to get so excited because they're going to feed off your excitement and see how fantastic that you're doing, and it's naturally going to get them excited. So have a watch of the YouTube video link of John Curtis about how to do a one-to-one, and you're never going to go wrong. Remember, at this point, you're still drip feeding information. You're making the business personal to individuals, okay? Again, this lady that I'm going to post the messages up after this training so you can see what I'm talking about. But the lady that I got back in contact with, who was an old friend from Lanzarote, I'd just seen that she'd become a mum. So when she asked me briefly what it was that I did, I said, I help people, yummy mummies, just like yourself, who don't want to go back to work after they've had a baby. Now, this is something that you're going to want to adapt. There's no point telling a bodybuilder in a gym, okay, that you help yummy mummies who don't want to go back to work after maternity leave. You're going to be telling him that if he's working 9 to 5 in an office, you can give him more free time in the gym. So you're going to want to adapt that to each and every individual person. Next up, we've got the business presentation. This happens at all locations around the country and around the world, okay? So please refer to the back of your monthly company magazine and Forever Knowledge for details of those. You as a distributor should be attending these weekly, religiously, okay? You're going to learn so much about this business and how to present the business, and therefore complete this process with perfection. And another thing is, if you've got a friend that may be in another town or it's too far away, that's fine. But I still send, even though I'm overseas, I still send people to business presentations. Once you've logged on to Forever Knowledge, you can see who's in charge of that business presentation. You ask that person that's in a different town to you what their postcode is, type that into Forever Knowledge and find out where their local business presentation is. Message the organizer and say, I've got a guest coming along this evening. Unfortunately I'm too far away to be able to accompany her. Sorry about that. Unfortunately, I'm too far away to be accompanying her, but could you please look after her just so that she's got a friendly face when you appear? These people are great and they're going to be there for you. Why are they so powerful for prospects? They're surrounding people with like-minded people, okay? And they give the business depth. They get to hear the business from different angles and they put all the finishing touches. It's like the icing on the cake, if you like. Okay, and also they can see it's professional and legit. This is what I found a lot of people like. Okay, it's not just you hiding behind a computer. You're taking them to the head office, or you're taking them to a lovely hotel. I mean, many of ours are hosted in the Hilton or things like that. This is an official company. Okay, now you can run a business presentation at home. I think this would be great if some of the team started doing this. The BP slides are on Team Diamante page. These are the ones that are used on the online business presentations on Monday evening. Don't be afraid to get guests to log in onto this as well, okay? If you've got somebody that can't get to a BP, get them to listen in on Monday nights at 8 p.m, okay? We've got different managers each week presenting the opportunity. So it's a great way to hear different stories each week. Don't forget, we're a global business, so you can sponsor abroad and it's not difficult. I've done the majority, should I say, of my business back in the UK, and I'm actually living in Spain. So get yourself an international directory from foreverliving.com. Find out if we operate in a country that you might have a friend or family relative in, or simply go to discoverforever.com, and there you will find a list of all the countries we operate in. Simply click on the country to access their head office details, get in touch to find out their registration process, and call UK distributor support to register your business in that country. And that is it. Off you go, okay? Now, sponsoring globally is great for building your business. However, do bear in mind, CCs from another country do not count towards promotions or incentives before you make manager, but you are still paid on them. So my advice personally would be, until you've made manager, focus on the country that you're living in, okay? So if that's UK, focus on UK people, and if you're in Spain and you're registered under Spain, focus on Spain. And then once we've got to manager and beyond, we can start looking at more globally. Keeping track. Now, if you're speaking to 10 people a day, even if you're speaking 3 to 5, doing it part-time, you're gonna lose track, okay, if you haven't got some form of a record. This is a business, so you need to be treating it like one. You should have the following: your who do you know list, which should be typed up or written in a notepad and added to daily. Your activity tracker, which is what you can see on the screen there. Okay, these can be printed off or downloaded from the team files in Team Diamante. Okay, and you want to be filling these out, otherwise you are seriously going to lose track. Okay, nobody's memory is that good. I didn't use these at the start, and wow, did I let people go through the wayside. Okay, so it's really good to keep track. Write their name, the date that you spoke to them, how you spoke to them, whether it's Facebook, face-to-face, etc. And this is going to allow you to follow up, which we'll be speaking about as well. Okay, and then also in the back of your notebook, you want to have a no for now. Okay, so many people in this business are going to say no, which is fine, but I guarantee that half of these people, if not more, will soon change their mind. Okay, so you write their name at no in the no page at the back of your book, but you will be going back to these people. I've got people listening in on this call that I contacted when I first started in June. It wasn't right for them then, but your life's changed and it's right for you now. Okay, and it's exactly the same for the people that you're speaking to. You never know what day that person's life is going to change. Okay, now, if you're struggling a little, and to be honest with you, even if you're not, I would suggest using the tally system. Again, these are on the team page, on the files, and I suggest you print them off. On an A4 piece of paper, we've got 4 of these little charts, 1 for each week of the month, okay? Now, this is, first of all, to get us some statistics. So it's going to show us how many people you need to speak to and in what manner works best for you. And also, if you're struggling a little, where you're struggling, okay? So every time you speak to somebody, that initial contact, whether that's a Facebook message, a face-to-face contact market, you want to put a little line next to initial contacts. After Joe's messaged you back and says she's more interested and you've managed to meet her for a coffee, or you've got her on the phone, or you've took her to a BP, you want to put a little line next to each of one of those, and then once they've joined, obviously a little line at the bottom. It's a simple tally system, okay? But what this is going to do is, if you're in our planning meetings, I can see that you've got loads of initial contact going on, but not much happening after that. We need to look at your initial contact, because something there is not quite right, and it's not letting you get onto that next stage. If you're doing loads of initial contacts and a load of phone calls and not getting beyond that, I guarantee something's wrong with that phone call. So we can work together then to adapt that phone call and see where it's going wrong. So this is a really good thing for us to work with, and as team leaders and as your upline, it gives us some idea of how we can help you. Okay, if you're just speaking to us and we've got nothing to show, this is going to give us no structure in the business whatsoever. The fortune is in the follow-up. Okay, so this goes back to where you need your activity trackers, because you're going to forget who you spoke to. Always go back and follow up. Who should you be following up? Everybody. The person that watched the link, the person that you had the phone call with, the person that you met up, the person that you contact marketed. the person that you got in touch with about the business, even the people that said no, the people that came to the BP, the people that your contacts fizzled out with, absolutely everyone. If you don't, someone else will, okay? The time might not have been right before, but it might be right now. And if someone else gets in there before you, the same thing's going to happen. When you see them on the A-Team page getting added as a new distributor, you're going to be gutted, okay? So always follow up. Again, this, you can just start building that relationship. You haven't got to be blunt and to the point and go straight in with, oh, how are you, have you had any more thoughts on Forever? No, you don't want to be doing that. You're building a relationship with these people. Again, another message I'll post on the team page was, I contacted a friend who I first contacted when I started about the business. We've still been in touch throughout the month, speaking about family life and so on. I contacted her today to say, oh, I'm coming back in June, I've got a massive event, so it'd be lovely to catch up. Okay, it'd be great to see you, haven't seen you in a while. Straight away she messages me back saying, it'd be fab to meet you. Actually, I think now might be the right time for me with Forever. Okay, so her time has changed. You never know, your timing's got to be right. You never know when someone else's time is right unless you ask. Okay, and don't be afraid. There's another person that I spoke to yesterday. She told me that the time might be right later on in the year. She's moving at the moment. Okay, so she said in 3 to 4 months' time, she thinks that then that would be a good time for her, which is great. So I've made a note in my diary for 3 months' time to drop her a message, even though we'll be in regular contact anyway, because once somebody said no, or maybe later, I'm not just going to push that person aside. You need to be an approachable person that you can come back to, okay? So you don't want to, if they say no, that's it, drop them. You want to keep being the friendship there. But what you are going to do is you're going to make a note of when that person has said that it may be the right time with them in your diary. So she thinks it might be a right time in 3 to 4 months after she's moved house. So I've made a note then to ask her how her house, if she's moved in okay, and if she's feeling like then is the right time for her. And you want to be building your story on social media, okay? This is what got me into this business, okay? Lifestyle envy and made me have. And that's what you guys want to be creating. And if you're contact marketing somebody and you've said to them, add yourself on Facebook, and your Facebook does not back up what you've said to that person, that you're a business person, they're never going to join you, okay? So back up what you're saying. This is so important. It's extremely powerful. Even if you don't really class yourself as an extremely Facebook person, I can guarantee you that 90% of the people on your Facebook, there are Facebook people, okay? Build your story. They're there to be nosy, okay? So first of all, when you started, you've probably done your selfie picture with you and your box and spoke a little bit about how that you've started this business. They're going to be seeing you with meetings with your upline or Skype snaps of you and your planning with myself. Then they're going to see pictures of your deliveries. They're going to see you go through your promotions. This needs to be a continuous story, okay? And you're going to be showcasing your lifestyle, things that may be silly to you, like going for a coffee or going for an afternoon lunch or going out for dinner midweek. A lot of people can't do this, okay? So all you're doing is showcasing it, always do your statuses with a picture. They're extremely more eye-catching, okay? And your Facebook wants to be 80% personal and 20% forever. If you're bombarding your Facebook with forever, people are going to be bored and just think that you're constantly trying to flog them something. That's not what we're here to do. And please do not Google pictures of products and just stick them on and say, would you like to buy this? Okay, this is not what our company is about. What our company is about using the products and personally recommending them. So take a picture of those products in your house, of you with that product, showing them that you using it. That product's good enough for you, so then it's going to be good enough for them. There's no need to Google pictures, okay? And make people see how they can achieve what you're doing. It's a simple business. You've got your laptop, you're at home. That's all that you need. It's not that you're, doing this, doing that and everything. You're a normal person. You need to be acting on their level. It's free and it's easy and it's your shop window. Do not neglect it, okay? And use this wisely. Updating your Facebook status should be part of your daily routine, whether it's personal or forever. And also something else, think about what you're putting up there. you are the face of Forever, okay? We're a health and wellness company. You're a business owner. So you don't want really, you know, fair enough. You might be going out for drinks and things like that. That's perfectly understandable. I would always post pictures of that, but you don't want, you know, really messy pictures of you going on Facebook. That's not what a business person looks like, and it's not what a health and wellness coach looks like, which is what you now are, okay? And last but not least, I'm going to keep this bit short, but overthinking and underdoing often go hand in hand and nowhere else, okay? Don't overthink things, because all you're going to be doing is overthinking it and not doing the work, okay? So have a good evening, everybody. I hope you found this really helpful. If you've got any questions, just let me know and I'll pop those few pieces onto the team page. Have a good evening and I'll speak to you all next week.